Shalom. First of all, I'd like to start off by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Yashai, Bashim Rakakadash. Double honor to teachers, sellers, and apostles of great millstone, and likewise, brothers, so they're putting on this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to you, brothers and sisters, tuning in Shalom. And Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, has done everything in his power to put out the light here on this earth that the Lord, Yahweh Mashiach, has set up, which is who? The prophets, beginning with the elders, teaching the apostles of great millstone, and likewise, brothers, who stand up boldly against the wickedness of this place and proclaim, the gospel across this earth via the YouTube and all the other platforms, and out on the highway, the byway, in person to those who would hear and forbear. And this man Esau, he doesn't like it. And as we see right now globally, you're seeing the whole entire earth is coming against this wicked devil. In particular, they have their eyes set against Great Babylon, America, because this is the center of where the wickedness has expanded and spread like a disease across this earth. Let's go into the book of Ephesians 5 and Psalm verse 5. It says, "For this ye know, that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man, who is an adulterer, had any inheritance in the kingdom of Mashiach and of power. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of power upon the children of disobedience. Be not ye therefore partakers with them. For ye were sometimes darkness, but now ye are light in the Lord of Mashiach. Walk as children of light." And this is what we are commanded to do. Walk as children of light. We are that little candle, that's on the table with all of these hands that is trying to warm up to it or trying to put it out. In particular here, Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, is the one that's trying to put out that little flicker of candle, but he can't. He can't. And this is the reason why the Lord has made it clear to us, that we are not to follow the ways of the dark children, which is these wicked, or the children of the wicked, which is these so-called white people, the Edomites, and these are the nations that are in cahoots with them, that is misleading certain members of our people, the 2/3, and it says, "Proving with what is acceptable unto the Lord, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them," which is the reason why you see constantly videos are going out against these, these false pastors, these false leaders of Yasharala, Israel, so-called Black Americans, Latinos, whether they're in politics, or whether they're in these churches, these hallowed houses, still worshiping Caesar Borgia, or there's some type of civil rights leader, self-proclaimed leader of Yasharala, that has people's mind clouded, following the ways of Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, because they're not that light that was set up by the Mashiach here on this earth, they choose to follow the ways, of their oppressor. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel 37, starting with verse 9. It says, "Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus said the Lord power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe unto these slain, that they may live." There was a time that we had no clue who we were. Remember, we were stripped, pursuant to Deuteronomy 28, of our heritage, and bought into slavery. Even though we scattered and we tried to run from it, we eventually were caught. You had the southern kingdom that were bought on the ships over here, to what is now known as America. You had the northern kingdom, or the northern tribes, that was already here, the tribe of Gad, and you had the ones down in what is known as South America today. Eventually, all had to go under what? That slavery that was promised to us, because we were children of disobedience, So right now, you have the prophets that are raised up right now that is prophesying, and people will look at us and make fun and go, "You're not talking to anybody. Who are you talking to?" Because, again, you're living in a place that's vile, abominable, and everything is a joke or potential opportunity to make a TikTok video, and they have no clue of what is really actually taking place. Is the spiritual war that's going on, that we're not really out there speaking to you, doggone Joe Sixpack. We're speaking to these wicked devils, that are unseen, by the public, that are underground, right now molesting little boys and girls, trying to hide from the face, from the wrath of the power that's going to be coming real soon to take them out of power and put them in chains. And it says, "Thus said the Lord power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceedingly great army." This is why you're seeing this great fear that's going on right now, because you see, This is waking up Jakes, okay? Jakes are waking up, okay? On one hand side, you have the 130 elect of Yasharala who believe in the Mashiach, who are going to come out of Great Babylon, America, mentally, okay? And then you have the 2/3 that are seeing this, but they're not given the understanding, okay, to understand exactly that this is their salvation. In response, they are going to go in carnal ways, okay, to try to preserve themselves or try to fight against Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, okay? But this great army, okay, you got to remember, Yasharala is what consists of 12 tribes, so it is exceedingly great. It's great, but not the minority, with the actual majority on this earth, okay? So even 1/3 is going to be exceedingly great, because Esau is very fearful of even a single so-called black man or Latino man or Native American man, okay, that goes against his system, that does not, okay, bow down to the LGBTQ, or does not bow down, okay, to Caesar, the image of Caesar Borgia, or who will not bow down to the MOTB that's going to be erected real soon, okay, or any type of philosophies that he brings out here in the society, which he tries to exalt himself, okay, as a Mashiach, or try to exalt himself as Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. So this is going to be a very fearful thing to them, and they're squirming as we speak right now. Let's go into the book of Revelations 11:11, because it talks about this, the fact that, okay, under slavery we were not allowed to read. We were executed or beaten really bad if we actually had the Bible in our hand, or any book, right? Because what they had done is they created a book known as a slave Bible, in which they had cherry-picked scriptures that shows obedience to the master, okay, which had nothing to do with these Edomites, okay? But they used that, okay, and that is what they taught, along with the picture, okay, because throughout the Renaissance, okay, after they came out to Caucasus Mountains, they did what? Okay, they built their image up so that everybody would assume, okay, that they were the ones, okay, responsible for the prosperity of all these nations on this earth. But now the nations are waking up, okay, to see that it's far from the truth. Why? Because you have the men, okay, that are going on the highway, and the Bible is commanded to do what? Wake up these dry bones, okay, and in turn, okay, the collateral, okay, damage is going on to the Esau's, okay, lies, okay, and it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life and power enter into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Now people are thinking like, okay, you just stand up on your feet. How is that going to scare anybody? No, okay. When you look at the people, okay, when you look at the Hebrew Israelites that are awake, okay, there's a different way that we walk. There's a different way that we talk. There's a different way in how we see things. We no longer see this man, okay, as our means of prosperity, our means of life, or we're going to retire on the Esau's, 401k package, or Esau is going to provide for us, okay. All interaction with this devil, the so-called white man, has proven otherwise, okay, that this man is a child, okay, that's been given a very short time, a cave beast, Sasquatch, abominable, okay, piece of crap, a base man that is given a very short time, and his time is up, and we could see it as if you're looking at the ground, okay, at 12 o'clock noon with the sun outshining with no cloud cover. Okay, so yes, there's great fear that's falling on all of them, and it's also falling on all these other nations, because remember, they took part with Esau celebrating our demise. Because why? They got to enjoy the fruits of our labor. Okay, Esau spread the wealth with these nations, okay, with the sword pointing at them, of course. In the meantime, Jake, okay, Yashua, also called Blacks, Americans, and Latino, in particular the Southern Kingdom, okay, gained nothing from it. Okay, let's go into the book of Obadiah 1:13, because all we can say is this, is that despite what Esau has tried to do, think about it this way, okay, Esau, okay, he tried all the things of, making us not being able to read, write, all those things, brainwash us, okay, and it's like that boxer that goes into the ring and do just enough to what they think, it's going to give them the decision by the judges, and then it goes, and then new, okay, and then you see that boxer hang their head down, because they realize what? They just effed up. They just fucked up. And this is what Esau has done. Let's go to the book of Obadiah 1:13. It says, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people, the Hebrew Israelite, in the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou should not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity, this is the strategy of the so-called white man. Remember, this man, exalts himself as an eagle. An eagle can fly very high, but what does the eagle do? An eagle is not going to take the risk, and attack a lion. An eagle is not going to take a risk and attack a beast, or another prey, a predator that has the ability to defend itself. The eagle attacks, the bunny rabbit or the little field mice, because it's something that it can eat and devour very easily, with no type of collateral damage to itself, So this is how Esau is. Esau, the so-called white man, but he fucked up because what he did was he messed around with what? The children of the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, a so-called Black Americans and Latino, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites on this earth, And the eagle is a nasty bird. Let's go into the book of Psalm 64 and Psalm verse 5. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privy. They say, who shall see it? Who shall see it? Well, we've seen it because why? We've been given the power from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai now to see all of your treasures, all of your snares. And that's why we are commanded to go on the highway and the byway to be the watchmen of Yasharallah Israel, to warn our people, in particular the 130 lakh of Yasharallah, of all of the snares that you live. Hey, there's a trap over, there's a trap over. This is what this man is doing. This is what this man is thinking. So this work is never ending. That's why you see videos are pouring up on the unicorn constantly by brothers, or brothers who choose to go on the highway and the byway 6-7 days a week, because why? We are the watchmen that is going to give them, blow the trumpet, the sound, the trumpet, the warning, the hopefully lack of Yasharallah. And we also let the wicked of our people know of this too, because we don't know who is actually off the elect, so someone that out there walking around with dreadlocks today or smoking weed today could be a part of the elect tomorrow because they heard this words, so that's the reason why we go and we do the work, and that's what a faithful servant does. And it says they encourage themselves in an evil mind, they commune of laying snares privy. They say, who shall see it? The Yahweh Shai sees it, and so do we. And it says they search out the iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both in with thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. So they're always looking for a way in how they can get Jake. This is why you see that movie, they clone Tyrone, talk about how they actually kept, the criminal activity going on in the neighborhood. They kept the drug flowing, They kept certain criminal people, in those neighborhoods to ensure, that there was never going to be any peace in these neighborhoods. I mean, that's wicked, man. So this man spends a lot of time understanding Jake in a Jake psychological way. That's why you don't let this devil close to you at all. I don't care how they smile at you. Keep them the hell away from you like that. Understand that, your boss is most likely an Edomite or cracker. So you have to pretend or whatever the case is like that. But I'm talking about in your personal life, keep them the hell out of you, man. I'm just telling you. And it says, but power shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. That eagle is going to get wounded. That arrow can't reach and pluck that eagle, and the eagle is going to fall. And it says, so they shall make their own tongue fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And what you're seeing right now is an unprecedented revelation going on with this so-called white man, and in particular Great Babylon America, because you look at, you see it all across the internet, where all these independent news and even regular news are coming out and talking about the fact that this is a bloodthirsty nation that is just constantly in war all the time. And now you're looking at the collapse of this place, and the so-called white people right now realizing that they have been forsaken by their wicked kings, who I like to refer to as sodomite and faggots queens, and so now they're talking and opening up right now, preparing for what is going to be a horrible, situation in Great Babylon America. Let's close out with the book of Psalms 91, because this is one of many, of the books that describe the horrors that's going to take place here. But it also talks about those who fear the Lord, Yahweh Shai, those who put their trust in him, are going to actually be able to just witness that, but nothing is going to come into them. And who are those people going to be? Those are going to be the hopefully lack of Yasharallah Israel, also called Blacks, Americans, and Latinos, those who fear the Lord, Yahweh Shai. And it says, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 91, down verse 1, it says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shall thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler, okay? Which is what? The truth that you see coming out here. This is not a carnal warfare. This is a spiritual warfare. Now, we understand that the 2/3 that they're going to engage in this carnally, okay? And this is going to go and talk a little bit about what happens when you go carnal. And that's because these Edomites and these other nations, they're going to do it in a carnal way. Why? They've always been under the illusion that the so-called white man was really the savior of the earth, that he was really God, he was the Mashiach, that he had all the answers. And in reality, this is just a child from the cave, okay, that is ruling the earth and other wickedness. And it says, thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fly by day, guns, violence, day and night. That's what's coming here, the Great Babylon miracle. And we've seen this already taking place across the earth right now. And it says, nor for the pestilence that walk in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasted at noonday. Okay, and we've seen these pestilence. You see now what they have, leprosy going on in Florida. We have these other type of specialized illnesses that's being, created in the lab right now to be brought up there. Okay, and this is all being controlled by Yahweh Shemai Shai. Okay, on the left side with Esau, right now figuring out, hey, you know what? They got me. Okay, now the world sees me. I don't need to pretend to be the good guy anymore. Obviously, the world realizes that I'm going down, so you know what? I'm going to take everybody down with me, okay? And it says, 1,000 shall fall by thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh to thee. So these are going to Edomites. They can roar and they can go, come up in your face and all that stuff. That shit doesn't scare the righteous, okay? It doesn't, okay? We already know what it says, okay? You doggone Edomites, you stock your guns up, you get your little underground bunker here with your food stock up in it like that. You've been used to, and we saw the example of what happened, when Jake decided to, enough is enough, and they're going after these Edomites, which is going to take place. This is civil war that's going to come here. You bitch ass Edomites, crackers, outnumbered, okay, horribly, along with these other nations that are going to try to jump on your side, because we know the doggone Chinese or the Asians are going to try jump at the white people, the Indians, and all these other nations that hate Jake is going to try to jump. So Jake has got to fight on the hand, because you're going to have you're really going to have the southern kingdom in particular is going to be targeted heavy, okay, which is going to be the so-called Negroes is going to be targeted heavy by all these other nations, including the other 2/3, okay, who don't even realize that they're Hebrew Israelites, okay, and doesn't understand why the calamity is coming on them. So it's not going to be a good picture. This is the reason why you have to put your trust in Yahweh Shemai Shai. There's no way out of this, Jake. And it says, only with thine eyes that thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, and that's including our people too, including the 2/3, okay, because they're going to get in onto that rumble in the jungle, rumble in the desert here in Great Babylon, America. And it says, because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh Shemai Shai, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angel charge over thee to keep thee in thy ways. And this is what we pray for every single day. This is the reason why you see we open up the lessons, giving glory and honor to Yahweh Shemai Shai. We close it out, giving glory and honor to Yahweh Shemai Shai. You have a nightmare, you give glory and honor to Yahweh Shemai Shai, which I have been having those lately, with these demons coming and attacking. And this is the way things is, okay, because this is our refuge right now. All things is about right now, this is the rumble, okay, and the Lord is going to be bringing that wrath right now. So it behooves every one of us to continue to pray to the Lord Yahweh Shemai Shai to maintain, okay, his hedge of protection over us during these hard times that it's going to be coming here in Great Babylon, America, and across this earth. Lord willing, you are edified. Let the close of it give all glory and honor to Yahweh Shemai Shai, Shemar Kakadash, that belongs to the teachers, sellers, and the apostles of great Muslim, likewise brothers that they're putting in the truth, faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom.